Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails and Rocktails with me, Allison Rouse, your most notorious groupie, and author of We've Got Tonight, The Life and Times of Notorious Groupie, and 3 other mini books right here. This is the paperback edition because I have a hard copy and a paperback edition. Old cover that my friend Mark did. Really awesome. But I do have a new cover up, so everybody go to those links down in the description because I have all my merchandise, the drink of the day, beer of the day, whatever I'm doing, hit that description. All right. And as always, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It really, truly means the world. And to see you guys coming together and being in community here is really awesome. And welcome to the new people, to our awesome little rock and roll family here. So thank you so much, you guys, for all the love and support. Really, truly means a lot to me. All right, and today on Cocktails and Rocktails, we are going to hit a really local subject. Well, kind of. It's very local to me. I like to watch the Graham Norton show, and I was watching some old ones on YouTube and stuff, and ran across one where Carrie Fisher was on it. Well, a lot of people don't realize that Carrie Fisher and her mom, Debbie Reynolds, just had the most body senses of humor, like just... yeah, they were guys, girls all the way, just dirty birdies. It was so awesome. So Carrie Fisher has Graham Norton look something up, and it is the Mormon masturbation prevention list. Because I live in a state where religion absolutely rules the government here, and trust me, people, you don't want that. You don't want it, because I used to work for the state. So anyway, so we're going to do this Mormon prevention and masturbation list, which should be pretty interesting. I've read it once, so most of it is going to be pretty much a blind surprise. And today, because of that, we're going to do our local ketos, our coconut stout here, because when it comes to the Mormons, things are always dark and fucking nutty. And today, you can't touch your nuts, so yeah. Okay, all right, guys, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I would say grab your coconuts, but the Mormons say don't. But just kick up your heels and let's have a little cocktails and rocktails, shall we? Woohoo! Oh, I love a good stout. Now this just needs a little bourbon. All right. Cheers, big ears. It's one of my favorite. What are you doing, kitty cat? Beluga luga. Sorry, my kitty's running all crazy. Having some zoomies across the floor. All right, so let's get into this today. Let me get my tablet open. Because, you know, the Mormons really, like, you say the Mormons don't run, but 90% of the people who sit on Capitol Hill here and in D.C., well, everybody in D.C., are Mormons. And they try to control every aspect of life. I've known a lot of former Mormons, and even to the point where they tell you how to drive to keep the speed limit within this. And if you don't like how fast someone is going, get in that fast lane and cut them off. That's who they are. So today, this is who they are. All right, we're going to start with the basics. Number 1, never touch the intimate parts of your body except during the normal toilet process. So, okay, they're giving you permission because, and some people may not know, when you get married in a temple or you go on a mission as a woman or a man, 18, 19 years old, you wear a thing called temple garments. In Utah, we call them Jesus jammies. And really strict Mormons are never allowed to be without at least one of those on at a time. So when they take a bath, they're washing the top, they take the top off, then they put it back on, then they take the bottoms off and clean. So, and that's not very often, but it's just really strict Mormons. Okay, so never touch your parts unless you're going to the ladies or boys, whichever. So now it says avoid being alone as much as possible. Find good company and stay in this good company. Okay. Now, me knowing Mormon men and how they all are crazy, because men on missionaries are known to be a little wilder than they're supposed to and bring a lot of wives home and stuff. And when they get off their missionaries, I've been around a couple, and they are not good boys at all. So, what my first thought when avoid being alone as much as possible, I'm like, well, if they get around other Mormon men, it's going to turn into a circle jerk. Come on, let's be real. Says if you are associated, this is number 3. So number 3, Keep circle jerk in mind, because number 3 is totally. If you are associated with other persons having the same problem, you must break off that friendship. Never associate with other people having the same weakness. Who the fuck you gonna talk to? Everybody has this quote-unquote weakness, because the way I see it, God gave us this urge. God made it feel good. God made it a stress relief. He made it burn killer calories, make babies, all kinds of stuff. If he didn't want us to enjoy it, he wouldn't have given us the pleasure out of it, would he have? So he says you must get away from that kind. Just being in their presence will keep your problem foremost in your mind, because they think everybody's just always thinking about masturbation at all times, not about bills or work or the chick you like or whatever. Okay, well, the chick you like will probably lead you to a little, So, and then here we go back to what I was talking about a minute ago from the Jesus Jammies. When you bathe, do not admire yourself in the mirror. Never stay in the bath more than 5 or 6 minutes. What are you going to have, a timer? Mommy and Daddy come in. All right, it's 4 minutes. Rinse the hair. Get out so you don't get off. The fuck, dude? Just long enough to bathe and dry and dress, and then get out of that bathroom, because the bathroom's the only place where masturbation can happen. This is the Mormon mentality. It's like when you put this type of invasive religion into any type of life, oh yeah, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're gonna have, yeah. So anyway, when in bed, if that's where you have your problem for the most part, well, I would be thinking that if you are a Mormon and you're married, when you're in bed, you wouldn't have, but then they do say you cannot have sex unless it's for procreation. Do you want the religion in your bodies, people? I don't. The government or the religion. So when in bed, if that's where you're having the problem for the most part, dress yourself for the night so securely that you cannot easily touch your vital parts, and so it would be difficult and time-consuming for you to remove these clothes. Now, the flaw in that one is, ladies, gentlemen, we all know we don't necessarily have to take our clothes off. We can just sort of rub over the clothes, under the clothes. You could have 20 of layered clothes on and you could still get off, and you will still get your hand down that bottom layer. So that will help you, the time it takes you to undress yourself will help you forget about masturbating, is the Mormons' reasoning behind this. Darling, when you're trying to get off, maybe this list is why, because we have a joke here. There's a Wiener Schnitzel, der Wiener Schnitzel at North Temple that a lot of the crack addict hookers hang out. So this is why I always joke, maybe that's why there's so many, the hookers on North Temple are so fucking rich. Get all the crack they want, because these Mormon guys can't masturbate. Okay, let's see. By the time you start to remove your protective clothing, you would have sufficiently controlled your thinking, and that the temptation would leave you. No. Again, if God didn't want us to feel this, why did he make it feel so good? Because he did. And be relieving in stress and make you happy. Okay, and if the temptation seems too overpowering while you were in bed, get out of the bed, go to the kitchen, fix yourself a snack. God, there's going to be some fat-ass... This explains all the fat-ass Mormons. Sorry, that's wrong. I don't want to body shame anybody, because all bodies are beautiful. Okay, but this is stupid. Go fix yourself a snack. You're going to pick up a banana and be like, maybe. Even if it's the middle of the night and you are not hungry, and despite your fears of gaining weight, the purpose behind this suggestion is that you get your mind onto something else. So they're like, go ahead, gain weight, do whatever. We don't care. Push yourself into another unhealthy situation to get out of what they see as an unhealthy situation, but is actually a healthy one. Number 7, never read pornographic material. Well, pornography is different to each person. I mean, it could be an eyes, it could be a nose, it could be fingers that turn somebody on. So it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody has to be undressed to be turned on or in any type of adult act. Never read about your problem. Keep it out of mind. Never read about your problem. Then why do we have this list there, Mormons? Number 8, put wholesome thoughts into your mind at all time. Read good books, church books, scriptures, sermons of the brethren. Well, doesn't it talk about Sodom and Gomorrah and other sexual acts and stuff like this? So you would think reading that and being denied and being told you can't do it is going to turn you on even more, because the temptation of the forbidden is the number one temptation. Very much so, right? So this whole list is probably not a good idea, because it's going to keep your masturbation in your mind, and it's going to take wholesome thoughts away. Sex between consenting adults is wholesome. All right, make a daily habit of reading at least one chapter of scripture, blah, blah again. There's a lot of sex in the Bible. Number 9, pray. Pray the masturbation away. And this is a big one for the Mormon church. Pray the gay away, pray the masturbation away, pray the slut away, pray the infidels, which everybody that is not a Mormon is an infidel to them. So pray, pray, pray. Because, getting down on your knees for a woman doesn't make you think about anything. Just praying, right? You know what I'm talking about. So, it's a self-gratifying act. This is kind of the synopsis at the end. This self-gratifying activity will cause one to lose self-respect, testimonies to become weak, and missionary work and other church callings to become burdensome offerings. Now, okay, let me argue that one as well, because for me, what it comes down to, when I'm stressed the fuck out, and, there's no one around, and I break out my battery-operated boyfriend, whew, I feel so much better afterwards. Yeah, suggestions. Oh, there's more follow-up program of vigorous exercise. So I guess that vigorous exercise is going to balance out the getting up in the middle of the night to eat food so you don't masturbate? I don't know. See, this is the thing. When religion tries to control you, or the government or anything, it's a very one-sided thing. And it's a very personal thing. To each their own. And for me, religion, I've studied a lot of different religions. I've been in a lot of cultures over the world. And I've lived in Utah on and off since 1985. So I know what it's like to have a government-run, a church-run government. Trust me, you don't want it. And like I said, I used to work for those Mormons in the state. But God gave us, if you live by the 7 deadly sins and the 10 commandments, you're good. Church of God is within you, not built around you, not told to you by your bishop, your priest, or anybody else. It's within you. And if you are two consenting adults or someone going through puberty discovering this, go ahead. Visit Rosie Palm and her 5 fingers or your battery-operated boyfriend. It's okay. Release that stress. Burn those calories. Know what you like as a man or a woman, so that you can find other consenting adults and not constantly be running away from something that is a natural instinct for not just human beings, but animals. Human beings are the only creatures on this earth that live in a psyche and not by a natural instinct to procreate, to get off. Even animals masturbate. Go spend a day at the farm. Really, go watch animals. So, you give this list to the Mormons. Trust me, they are the most sinister sex motherfuckers on the face of the earth. I'm a former stripper that started dancing here. I told you about Orrin Hatch and the... Yeah. Mormon, top Mormon. He was so loved and respected that he had more power than the president of the church. And why would you have a president apostle of the church? Yeah. So, I mean, this to me is ridiculous, and the Mormons to me are another cult. I don't believe in organized religion. Like I said, 10 commandments, 7 deadly sins, you're good to go. And you reconcile between you and God everything else. Okay? Because the church has no business telling me what I can do with my own body. And again, if God didn't want us to, why did it make it feel so good and be such a great stress relief? So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get off today. I mean, get off by ending this video and go show yourself some love. But don't bring any snacks into it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the little Mormon, I mean seriously, like I said, the first thing I thought of when I read number 1 was the circle jerk. And then of course, oh my god, if you're around friends that, like, you're gonna sit there and talk, do any of us talk about masturbation? Ooh, and let me tell you about Mormon Tinder. Because years and years ago, I worked with a girl who was really, really Mormon. She was never married, didn't go on her mission, but still put on her Jesus jammies. And so they say abstain from masturbation, but they go on Tinder and they do everything but the front, so that they're still virgins on their wedding night. So this list is obviously not working because you're told not to do it, not to do it, not to do it. So people want to do it more. And especially the Mormons. Ask those, come to Salt Lake City. On your way back from the airport to downtown, ask the hookers at the Wiener Schnitzel at North Temple who their best clients are. And they'll point you to the 12 apostles of the church. Because they don't masturbate. That's not masturbating. It's not. It's not. Not when it's not your own hand. Is it? Anyway, alright guys, thanks for listening to my little babble today. Hope you guys had fun with it and get a laugh out of it. Tell me what you think down in the comments, you guys. And don't forget that while you're down in the comments, while you're down there, go check out all the links to my merchandise, to my books, to the drink of the day, to the beer here, another one of our awesome locals. So, and always, don't forget to hit the subscribe to the 47% through just haunting my channel. Hit the subscribe, because when I hit 1,000, my subscribers are going to get cool shit. I'm going to do giveaways from books to merchandise to all kinds of things. So hit that subscribe button if you want to be a part of this community. Alright guys, thanks for all the love. Hit the subscribe, hit the bells, and we'll see you next time on Cocktails and Rocktails. Cheers, figures!